Hi Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for May 1st to the 7th. I cannot believe it is May already, holy cow. All right, so let's get right into things. I'm going to start off with your astrology, then we'll go into relationship and then money/career. So I feel like for you guys this week, there's going to be a lot of 6th house energy. So what is that? 6th house is, on the one hand, it's the energy that rules your day-to-day. So there's going to be a lot of movement going on this particular week. It also will especially focus on your day-to-day work environment, who you work with and for, location of work, but it really is your daily routine, in addition to it being your house of health. Mental, physical, emotional health. But also, it's also the house of pets. So that is going to be the focus for you. We have several things going on that are going to be aspect, and we have Aquarius here. So yeah, we have some Aquarius happening. We have Jupiter in Aquarius. So we have Mercury in Taurus squaring Jupiter in Aquarius on Monday the 3rd. So you want to just be a little careful how you're expressing yourself this particular week, because people can accept what it is that you're saying to them as rubbing them the wrong way, unintentionally though. So you want to just double check for accuracy also. And everything that you're doing, everything that you're hearing about too. If you're hearing any gossip or anything like that, just make sure, you know, you're sort of double checking, right? And then also another Aquarius, Saturn is at Aquarius. So we have that Sun in Taurus is going to be squaring Saturn in Aquarius there. Also on Monday the 3rd. And this can create some challenges and blocks, cause delays. Egos could be easily bruised in this energy. You guys have this going on between your 6th and your 3rd house, right? So it's 6th house is everything that I indicated, and 3rd house is the house of Gemini, of communication. These are very mercurial houses. Mercury rules the 6th and the 3rd house. So you have a lot of energy happening between these two. So there'll be a lot of communication having to do with work, a lot of communication having to do with your health, communication regarding your pets, communication regarding your day-to-day, right? So kind of that is sort of the vibe that I'm getting. But when we have the Sun in Taurus squaring Saturn in Aquarius, it can create this like, the hell with this. This is too much stress, too much pressure, whatever, you know, dealing with this situation. I don't even want to deal with it anymore. So that could likely happen on Monday. If you're feeling like that, try not to make any sweeping decisions based on that. Don't be reactive, be responsive, and wait a day or so and see if you still feel the same way. We have the 7th house came up. So you actually have Mercury moving into Gemini in your 7th house. That's going to be happening on the 3rd into the 4th. Mercury is at home here, right? So communication is going to become easier, a lot wittier, a lot lighter, but there is definitely a lot of communication going on for you, having to do with just your day-to-day. But the 7th house has to do with partnership. So this could be a marriage partner or a business partner, but any kind of partnership. Then we also have the North Node. So something very destiny driven is going to be happening for you this week. Something very not by accident. Whenever we have the North Node aspect, and we always have that energy happening as well. So something that is meant to happen, that you're meant to learn, is going to be crossing your path, right? You guys know you are the South Node of the moon right now. So this would be the North Node, which would be Gemini. Gemini is also this mercurial energy again, and we have that Geminian energy, which is the North Node right now in the 7th house. So we have Virgo working here as well, which is the landlord of the 6th house of solving problems, right? And again, everything that I'm mentioning here, right, about that you guys are going to be dealing with, the 6th house energy, Virgo is the landlord of, right? So the dice are just confirming for me what the astrology is indicated. So a lot of communication, lots of communication though to solve problems having to do with like your day-to-day experience. That could kind of be in anything, guys, right? It really could be not only work, just something going on around your home, some sort of situation you have yourself in, anything like that. Surrender to the divine, full moon. And nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. Okay, so I like that. Yeah, I kind of feel like this is going to be a little bit of an in-between week. A little bit. Lots of communication, lots of getting ducks in a row. As the week progresses and as we go sort of down the line into like the end of the week, I'm going to say like especially into Sunday, right? This is only covering until the 7th, but I want to say until Sunday, the 8th. You guys are going to have Venus is going to be in Gemini, and that's going to be happening in your 7th house. You're also going to have Sirius is going to be entering Taurus for you, which is a really beautiful combination of energies. So whatever you're going through this week, I feel like things are going to get much better on the other side of it. Let's just pull some general energies to see what's coming up for you guys. So this could have to do with anything. And like I said before, then we'll break into relationship and any kind of money or career situation you have going on. Let's see. So we have the King of Wands coming into this. So the King of Wands is a good energy. If this is a person that you're dealing with, as a person, this is somebody who's really smart. They have high standards. They're not very judgy. They respect other people who don't believe the same as them. Really good. You know, as a partner, this energy could be very passionate, very communicative, right? This is the energy of the free spirit energy. So if this represents you, it's you being in this space where you just want to be free. You just want to break out and be free. Now, as a general influence, this does, to me, tell me that this is a really good time coming into this energy for you to express yourself. For you to express yourself, your ideas, your wants, needs, and desires. Go after really what it is that you want, and don't allow the idea of perfectionism or a lack of perfectionism to get in your way, because you bring everything that you need to the table. It's going to be well received, whatever it is. So there's no such thing as like the perfect fill in the blank. The perfect relationship, the perfect job, you being perfect, you looking perfect, right? It's that whole energy. There's really like, there's no such thing as that, right? Really, we're honest with ourselves. So you just want to make sure that that doesn't get in your way. Now we have in the situation right now, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So Six of Pentacles in reverse indicates debt, on one-sided charity, some selfishness, struggling, having a hard time, feeling a lack of connection, or not feeling very connected to something. So Pentacles can also mean mental, physical, emotional connection. So this could feeling very disconnected in a relationship, in any sort of business connection, feeling very disconnected from something, if it's not indicated as you dealing with some sort of selfishness or you struggling. There might be some sort of money issues going on here. We do have this crossed by the Justice energy, which is Libra, and Libra does rule that 7th house, right, of relationships. So we're going to have that Mercury is going to be going into Gemini in that house for you, but and it's in this house, right? Libra energy, right? And so Libra is ruled by Venus. It's like really wanting you to feel very good about being in something, whether it's that relationship, whether it's that job position, whatever it is. How good do you feel in it? Right? You might feel or experience a challenging situation that feels like a test, either in a relationship or in a job. This does indicate things going in your favor, things going well with fill in the blank, that negotiation, that interview, that conversation, whatever the situation is, wherever there needs to be a meeting of the mind. And things are set to improve. But you have to make sure that your emotional needs are being met and that there is fairness in some sort of situation having to do with connection and or money. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse as the crowning. And this could just be feeling let down and disappointed, you know, in a situation, you know, whatever it is, feeling let down by a person or by a situation, and just kind of feeling like things are up in the air. You know, the Seven of Cups is about choices and confusions and regarding one or several things, right? But there's an issue with being able to solidify a commitment one way or the other, and then because of that, it's like things feel kind of up in the air. But you might be struggling to commit yourself to one thing because things are up in the air. You really, see, this is the thing with this energy, because it's Venus and Scorpio. It's very hard to see what's on the other side of it. So you might be afraid to say things are definitely going to be this way because you really don't know. But what you do know is that you feel like, in addition to things being up in the air, you're at the beginning stages of something. You know something new is happening. So you're either at the beginning stages of a project, a job, a relationship, the next level in something like that. You really need to pay attention to your emotions in this energy, right? And your instincts as well. We have the Four of Cups energy representing you right now. So there's some apathy going on here, restlessness and boredom, a little disillusionment, wondering if you're ever going to find that job that you really want, or that relationship that you really want, or, when are things going to settle down and just where things are just going to feel more right, whatever that means, right? But the thing here is this typically indicates that there's a need to heal some sort of past unhealed issue. So that could have to do with relationships, some sort of friendship situation, family situation that you were in, whatever. But it's something that's not healed that you need to really address. Now, for some of you, if you're in a really weird space in your marriage, I'm going to even say in your business partnership, but first let's talk about marriage. Because of money or because of extenuating circumstances, getting the Four of Cups could mean it's time for you guys to reconnect. There needs to be a reconnection. Remember why you love each other. Remember why you guys are together. Add a little spice back into things. Same thing, though, can happen when we're in business with somebody, right? Where things are really stressful and they're not going as planned. And it's so easy to sort of lose ourselves in the, in the negativity of a situation, right? Where we forget, why did we start this business in the first place? Why did we decide to be business partners? Why did we decide to do that? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like an energy of getting back to the basics here. Now, the energy that's external to you that's impacting, we have the Knight of Wands. So this could be the general energetic influence, or this could be another person, because it's a court card, right? So if this is a person, this is somebody really creative, innovative, somebody really motivating. They have a lot to say, lots of stories to tell. They might be kind of impatient, though, and it's the type of energy where they can tend to make snap judgments about people or situations based on first impressions. They can be very charismatic and talkative, and they kind of think they know better, just as a person. Now, if this is representing you, this is about you firing up your ambitions and getting really focused on what it is that you want to manifest and what it is that you really setting your sights on a goal, right? Because this is about events speeding up. Right? Any blocks that have been in your way, them being lifted. Decisions coming in, they're going to come in, right? You may be waiting. You've been in a space of waiting, perhaps, right? And that could, maybe you've been bored waiting for some sort of communication to come in, whatever it is. But it does seem like that energy is going to be impacting you right now. Okay? So you're going to be in the space of wondering. You don't want to get in your own way here, though, right? With the Four of Cups, it's always the challenge with the Four of Cups energy is this idea of saying, well, I can't be in this situation because of A, B, and C, and then because of this, and this. No, it's all wrong. They're all wrong. The situation's all wrong. It's like this checklist energy, but what you may not recognize is that there's something about it that's triggering something in you from your past that needs to be looked at and healed. We have the Three of Cups energy in your block position. So you might be feeling just generally a lack of support right now. You just might be. And you may be in a space where you really want to either emotionally or physically heal from something. And you want to open yourself up to something new that's really supportive, but you're feeling very blocked right now. You're not able to make that happen for yourself. And we have the Five of Wands in the near future. And this is the energy of conflict, right? I mean, this is Saturn and Leo, battle of the wills, lack of agreement, people with strong opinions, speaking over each other, fighting to be heard, that kind of thing. This is not a really big deal. It's a minor arcana. This is a disagreement. But it's a disagreement that is probably going to happen. I mean, and just, a little more specific to the astrology. Again, remember that on Monday the 3rd, that square, right? Between Mercury and Taurus and Jupiter and Aquarius. So, and again, the Sun and Taurus squaring that Saturn in Aquarius. So I just feel like the things are going to be able, I feel like you're going to be able to work things out, ultimately. Because as we go along, that Jupiter 28 degrees in Aquarius, forming a quintile to Uranus and Taurus, I feel like for you guys, I just feel like it's going to end up working in your favor. You're going to be communicating in a different way. Okay, you're going to be trying a different approach regarding communication. And I'm just saying that just because we have Aquarius in there and we have Uranus in there, right? So you're going to be able to recognize and appreciate from a different perspective something that you're dealing with. And you're going to be able to accept what's being offered, or accept whatever either a person or a situation is offering you that wasn't offered. You can be like, all right, you know what, maybe that's really worth considering, and that's Thursday. And then Friday we have Venus and Taurus trining Pluto and Capricorn. So again, for you guys, because this is between your 6th house and your 2nd house, that could be having to do with like money, having to do with work, right? The 6th house would be your day-to-day work experience, your day-to-day experience, and 2nd house has to do with money and things that you value. Right? So there can be this really nice energy between the two of those. So even though you might be really tired, and even though you might be in a space of feeling very defensive, you want to make sure that you don't spiral into any sort of negative space and stay there. You're going to have the gumption. Just make sure you stay balanced. It's all about staying balanced here, because you don't want to go into the 10 of Wands energy, right? Because then that's the energy of overwhelm, and we don't want that. So you're going to be met with success, but you have to maintain a balanced and careful approach in something that you're going to be dealing with, right? Nothing is set in stone. Listen to everything. And I like that we got surrendered to the divine, because we got the North Node here, and you guys are the South Node. So it really is about, all right, just understand that whatever's happening, if it feels a little left to center, if you feel like your shoes are on the wrong feet, let it go. Don't fight anything, not right now. That will behoove you right now, only because destiny is at play here. You're still in the game. You're still obviously part of it. Part of the human condition is choice at the end of the day. But the energy that's going to be available to you is really trying to shift the tectonic plates, right, of your life right now. So really just kind of surrender and let the changes happen. Okay. Emperor, take it. Okay. Messages of Sagittarius, Sun and Rising Venus. Mercury in the 7th house. Gemini. It's a good energy for some good flirting, Sag. Good flirting. But also, the Magician is mercurial energy, right? When Gemini is ruled by Mercury and all of this. It's a really good sort of magician. Great energy to like crystallize things in a relationship. Great energy to flirt with your partner. It's flirty energy. Flirty energy, it's smart energy, it's witty, it's fun. It's kind of childlike. And you love that energy, right? You and Geminis work together. It's good. We have thinker. Round and round. Okay, so that has like the idea of cycles. So you're thinking about the cyclical nature of relationships that you've experienced. Loyal heart, beautiful. Okay. So we have the 8 of Swords, wondering if you belong in something anymore. Now, the 8 of Swords could also be you like, I don't know, do I still belong being single? Maybe it's time for me to open myself up to being in a relationship. Others of you are going to be in a space where you're wondering if you should still be in this particular relationship. If there's something that's being questioned here, because you're wondering if is anything ever going to change? Is it ever going to be any different than it is right now, right? And you're needing a lot of determination to sort of pull yourself out of that mindset. We have the Emperor, which is great. I mean, if you're single, this is the energy of meeting somebody who's really good. Like good, what does that mean? But somebody who values tradition, right? Who gets it. And the Emperor in the upright is a very faithful energy, and they have a lot of good ideas. They don't have a lot of follow through, not because they don't have follow through, but because it's like, let's go and do this. That's a great idea. How are we going to do it? I have no idea. We'll worry about it when we get there, right? That's an Aries energy. That's the Emperor, right? So if you're meeting somebody new. If you're not meeting anybody new and there's nobody really in your life, this is you taking charge, right? Because the Emperor is a leadership energy. You're saying, you know what? I just want to go out and do. I want to go out and meet. I want to go out and do, right? That's such Sagittarius energy as well. Like you're ready to take charge of your romantic life. You're ready to do that. And we have this working with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. So if this is a person, this could be somebody who's a writer, somebody who's an artist, or somebody who's a player, because that could be a phallic symbol. The wand can be. This can be a hardworking person who's really creative, but they get bored easily, and then they move on to whatever attracts them next. So you want to make sure that if you're meeting somebody brand new, or you might even be dealing with this energy now, make sure this person, that their walk matches their talk. Right? You want to be careful of that. Now, as a general energetic influence, this is really good. This is a good energy having to do with a relationship. Let me be very clear in how I say this. As an influence on relationship, somebody might look really amazing on paper, right? And they're still something about them is still very intriguing, right? But when you get down to it, the reality of the person and the reality of them in a relationship may still appeal to you in theory, but not be, the relationship is not what you thought it was going to be, or this person is not initially who you at least understood them to be. Do you know what I mean? So, like, tread carefully as you're going forward with a Page of Wands energy. I always say that. You do want to, make sure of that. So you may be dealing with this energy and saying, like, I'm not sure if I even really want to deal with this person. So some of you may be in that space because it's crossing. Now, some of you, if this is just a general energetic influence, this just might be you where, you're like, I want to just move forward. I want to just sort of play the field. You might be in that space where you just, want to, and say date around, just try out different things other than what you're in. I do see you leaving something at least emotionally, because this is, and if this is not your reading, don't try to make it fit, okay? But this is about departure and change, right? And like the understanding that it's like sadness but no regret kind of thing, right? You may have left something emotionally already, but it's really time to work on yourself because something really isn't working for you, and you're really starting to feel it now. And then we have the Two of Wands as the foundation energy. So the Two of Wands really is about making plans and moving forward. This is a partnership energy. It really is. So you can be meeting a new romantic partner, maybe through work or friends, but this is you getting on a new path. Really. But there are two aspects of a situation. You need to figure out what is the right thing for you. Now, this could be two aspects within a current relationship. This could be two people. Could certainly be two things. You may be in one thing and wondering, I don't know, is it the right thing for me at the end of the day? I'm really not sure. And then we have the Four of Pentacles here. So the Four of Pentacles tells me that you're in a space protecting yourself, right? It's about security, self-protection, and you really want to focus a little bit on you, right? You're looking to focusing on trying to really put in place some self-improvement. You want to watch your resources. You want to make sure that you have a firm foundation for your future. You're really trying to work on a secure position for yourself. I don't like when people call this the Marsily card or the card of greed. I don't really like that because I kind of feel like, no, it's like you're worried about your security and you're worried about you being okay mentally, physically, emotionally. So whether it's to do with money, you in relationship, whatever it is. And finances often impact relationship, obviously, too, right? So we have this energy of the Wheel of Fortune, though, as an external that is impacting you. So as this could be a general energetic influence, but this is about fate and change and good luck and a turning point, taking a chance, all right? It really is about, really more than anything though, this idea of turning point, right? So somebody may come back from the past, right? But you really need to think about if you want to be with them, because if you don't have to get back with them. But don't be surprised if in this energy you end up hearing from somebody again. Okay, do with that whatever you want. Those of you who aren't with anybody, this could indicate you meeting somebody new, but you being in this space either way, whether you're reconnecting with somebody or whether you're meeting somebody new, you are going to be in the space of being like, oh, I feel like I want to protect myself a little bit. We have the King of Pentacles. So some of you may be in a space where, you're very sensitive to anyone looking to take what is not theirs from you. whether it's that they're with you for your money, whether it's that they're with you for some sort of assets that you have, or they may have the notion that they could actually change you, and that won't go very well either, right? It won't, right? Because this is an Aries and Taurus energy, and whenever we have this Aries energy, Aries is very sort of requires some freedom and is very independent in thought. So to have somebody come in and say, you know, I need for you to be this way, this way, this way, that is never going to bode well for a Sagittarius, like ever. It's very hard for a Sagittarius to be happy for the long term in any energy like that. So when I'm saying you're not going to have any patience for anyone looking to take what's yours, it's not only money, but it's also you and how you are and how you like to live your life. Somebody really kind of trying to come in and change you a lot. You have the Judgment energy. Judgment energy always has to do with the past, right? So love is assessed. It shifts into a new phase. There might be a need for reconciliation for some of you. Only if you think it's worthwhile. We have a couple of reconciliation energies here. Especially if you're single, you might revisit an old relationship, decide if it's worth trying again. Some of you, an old friend may reappear. You may be looking at them in a little bit of a different way. Or it could be anything like this. Some of you also may be moving, because this could also be decision about a property here, you know. But this is really about assessment, letting go of the past, making a decision about the past, but being woken up by it, right? I mean, it really is like a spiritual awakening energy, because it's Pluto, and Pluto's about endings and beginnings and epiphanies and all of that stuff. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is really a very nice final outcome energy, because this is about new beginnings, and this is about virility too, guys, right? This, if you're not looking to get pregnant, watch out. But this is a new chapter of passion, creativity, motivation. Really, really beautiful energy. And I feel like you're just really thinking about the past. I'm getting this very strongly. Just thinking about the different cyclical kind of circumstances that you've been in. You're thinking about things from the past. You're thinking, and you just want to have somebody who's there for you, who's just really solid, who gets you, somebody who understands you. But some of you, I feel like, if you're not with anybody, you're like, what is going on here? I don't want to be single anymore. I really want somebody who's loyal. I want to be with somebody who understands me, who's not going to try to change me, who's not going to try to take my money, who's not going to try to make me be anything other than what and who I am. You know, there are some signs who can tolerate that more, and Sagittarius is definitely not one of them. You know, good luck trying to do that to a Sagittarius, to a Gemini, to an Aquarius. Good luck. And I'm even going to throw Scorpio in there too. Good luck. It's tough. You know, really, those four signs very like there's a. That doesn't mean that you're not a team player and that you're not going to, you know, join in on the relationship and be, you know, compromised. It's not to say that, but there's, okay, this is me. I accept you. You have to accept me. That kind of thing, you know, that kind of thing has to be going on. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for you to find peace in it. All right, so let's move on to career. What's going on? Money situations, could be a lawsuit, divorce settlement, insurance payout, inheritance, anything like that. Emperor, wheel, okay, turning point, new path, 10 of Cups. So we have some of you are going to have a family situation going on here. Yeah, for sure. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Okay, death and rebirth, 5 of Wands. You may be in conflict with somebody regarding this. The 10 of Pentacles is about maturing. It has to do with legacy, inheritance. Also deepening of communication and commitment within a business partnership as well, right? But there is this idea of really trying to mature something, have shared values. You know, a lot of focus on that. Then we have this Emperor energy, which is about leadership. So you're trying to take, you know, a leadership role in some sort of financial circumstance that's going on, right? That's an Aries energy, ruled by Mars. So it's kind of like you're feeling like you're needing to really go to bat for something. It's a fire energy. Well, perhaps needs to be some confrontation involved here. We have this being crossed by the wheel. So the wheel is having to do with good news coming in, but you have to make sure that you're prioritizing what's being asked of you and exercise integrity while doing it. Because you have to understand that this is a fated situation. Fate is all over your reading today. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but anyway, it's like super obvious. But Jupiter, which is your ruler, right? This is a Jupiter energy, is always very, very in this very, very intimate dance with karma. So I feel like something's going to be realized again, having to do with this wheel, is about fate, change, turning point, taking a chance. It also could be having to do with turning to someone or something from the past. So for some of you, turning to somebody that you used to work with before, contacting maybe an old attorney, contacting, this could also have to be going back to the past if this has to do with any sort of like insurance situation, where there's a lawsuit, inheritance, anything like that, where there is this needing to revisit the past. We have the 10 of Cups energy here, which is obviously, we all know this is about family contentment, benefits of security, great energy for all partnerships, whether it's intimate, whether it's business. Whatever you are working on will finally come together. Communication is going to be on point. The business is going to be on point. If there's any sort of family situation, that's going to go well. So it does look like some sort of negotiation is going to have to happen here, but you're stepping into your power, which is really good. So ideas and communication, all of this is going to be happening. And I feel like, especially towards the end of the week, the only wonky day that I see for communication is that Monday, the 3rd. So as long as everybody just sort of like, if you could be on the down low for Monday, that would be really good. And maybe this will be avoided. This battle of the wills, right? Fighting to be heard. No, I want this way. But again, another destiny energy. Here we go with the star, right? This is about hope, guidance, right? A change for the better, though, after a difficult time. And this isn't an energy that's external to you. So this could be somebody coming in, who's creating some sort of energy that is going to improve a situation. Or this could just be the energy that's surrounding you, but this is really about money, luck, my friend. It really is. So work that you're doing starts to pay off. You might be guided to start a new business or realize some sort of really awesome gift or talent that you have that you want to put to good use. But this is really about something coming to fruition for you. And you're really feeling it very strong. You're feeling a very strong push forward. Now, for some of you, the other people in your life may not be in agreement with that. So you're going to be in a place of conflict. But this 5 of Wands, I always say this 5 of Wands could also be in conflict within yourself. Should I do it? I'm not sure. And you're really trying to figure out what the hell the truth is. Because this Queen of Swords is very motivated to find the truth and the psychological motivation of a situation. And you feeling blocked, right? You feeling blocked. You're feeling very determined and you're very strong and all of that, but you may be dealing with a little bit of analysis paralysis right now just because of there being a lot of things going on, and you can't really figure out the motivation of someone else maybe that you're dealing with, or what's motivating a situation, or maybe even fully understanding why it is that you really want to do something in the first place. So ultimately, though, there's going to be some sort of ending that goes on here, and this could indicate a possible ending of a business connection or an avenue of money. Things might be tough initially, but this energy indicates that there's something on the horizon for you. Just be patient. It's going to be fine. But something that really wasn't meant for you needed to end. So again, contractual agreement, some sort of business situation, whatever it is, something ends, but then something else comes in. We have the final outcome energy. We have the Page of Pentacles, and that's what this means, right? It really is this, your talent shining, money news coming in. This is about progression forward, an auspicious beginning regarding something having to do with finance, business, some sort of offer. This could even be an offer made on a property. This could even be having something to do with education. Pay attention to your finances, but this is a very hardworking and reliable energy, so I like it a lot. Having to do with money, but like however it's going to go, whether this is a lawsuit, whatever it is, it looks like either there needs to be different strategy, but for some of you, I do want to say, for some of you, now that I'm looking at this, the death and rebirth could be the death, the ending of a lawsuit. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Page is a next cycle. So this is money news coming in because there's been a solidification of some sort of lawsuit being finalized. So really good there. I think this is really good as far as finances. Okay. Excuse me. It looks good. Looks good, my friends. Oh, I'm losing my voice here. Thank you so much, Sag. And by the way, I have a 15% off discount code in the description box below. Losing my voice here for Synastry reads. So Synastry reads are relationship reads where I take your birth chart, your partner's birth chart, and marry them up. We do a report, and then I pull a couple of tarot spreads based on whatever it is that you're looking for information on. It's a great reading. I do have to say it's one of my most popular ones now, so I'm running that special 15% off for the month of May. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.